Hi, this is a significant month for me, and I wanted to share it with you. And the reason being is that 50 years ago is the anniversary, or what happened was the fall of Saigon. The first war that was televised, and there was a lot of reaction, positive and negative. But one of the positive things that came out of it was me. And so I want to share this with you because it will give you a little insight about who I am. And then also, like through the eyes of a child who was adopted and born in a war, and yes, an immigrant, you will understand that when you have love and compassion and you share it with somebody, even you don't know, great things could come out of it. And you may not ever see it, but that's the fact. And so let me take you back. I was born in 1971 in a small little town in Quảng Trị in Vietnam. And it was during the war. Quảng Trị is located right at the border where there was a lot of fighting. And I stayed in an orphanage. I was left at an orphanage and stayed there until I was about 2 and migrated down to Saigon, where I stayed at another orphanage. And right before the fall, which happened in April 1975, I was evacuated out on Operation Babylift. What's significant about my name, Kim Löan Shillinger, is that it means golden bird, and the bird that rises out of the ashes. And little did I know, or anyone, that 15 minutes after takeoff in my plane, it would come crashing down. And so I survived a plane crash. I stayed in Vietnam for another couple weeks, got mended up, and then I was flown to the United States, where I wasn't adopted immediately. However, the child that my adoptive parents were planning to raise died in the plane crash. And so they received a call from the Presidio in San Francisco saying that there was a little girl that needed a home. And with open hearts, they brought me home. And so I was blessed, and I am blessed that this family gave me another opportunity in life. And with that, it really has been very impactful in the aspect of where my profession, where my life has led me to be where today. It is important that we share love, and my parents didn't know who they were getting when I arrived at the door. And on top of that, then they had no idea what I would become. And I just want to let all of you know that my heart has always been to give back to those that have given to me and to the community. And this month is for me to take a moment and thank God and remember where I came and see where I am. And I am blessed to be able to serve my community. I have a wonderful family, 2 beautiful kids. I live in San Diego, and I get to serve my community through my practice. I'm especially passionate about estate planning and working with our aging community because I grew up in the hallways of a nursing home. My mom was a nurse, and she worked for a very large nursing home in San Francisco. So every time that I come home from, school, college, she would parade me around, and everyone would remember who I am, and oh, I remember you when you were this small, etc. And so these were beautiful moments. And to think many years later, I would be doing the same thing, not going into nursing homes, but the same thing by giving back to those that are older than we are, and giving back and providing comfort and security and a peace of mind. And that's what Shillinger Law and I'm all about. So in this moment, April 2025, 50 years ago, I came to the United States. So I want to share with you one of the best gifts my mom could ever give me. And I thought, oh my gosh, when I first received it, what am I going to do with this giant book? I also acted as if it was something that I would have to lug around with me for the rest of my life, or how can I get rid of it? But I am so glad that I held on to this. And I am so grateful for my mom for putting this together. This is a scrapbook of the Vietnam War. My mom knew that she was going to adopt, and because she knew that, she wanted to make a scrapbook outlining the steps all the way through my adoption. And so, newspaper clippings. I, here, looking at Vietnam, and here's Saigon, and I was born right above Da Nang. And so the significance behind this, and reason why I bring this up, is that it's important to pass on a story. It's important to pass on your history. The days of sitting around the table and telling stories, etc., they don't happen so often. And so one of the things that, through seeing this and be reminded of my history, be reminded of the articles and how people were feeling at the time, and then seeing pictures of me when I was little. This is her talking beyond the days that she passed away. She passed away 13 years ago, and she still is talking to me. And she's still touching me and with me. So if you have pictures and articles and momentums of history, please share them. Share them, because you will speak beyond your living days. And so with estate planning, tying up what I do, creating the instruction manual for that person to help you out when you're not able to help yourself. In that instruction manual, or accompanying that instruction manual, could be your history, could be your story that could live generations and generations beyond you. And I share this also because this is the anniversary of the fall of Saigon 50 years ago. And I left this torn country. I was blessed to be able to get out. And I'm blessed to be able to give back to my community, to be able to share with all of you a little bit about me. Thank you.